Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now, just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, Taurus, I'd just like to say I am a professional and experienced holistic spiritual counselor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as holistic and spiritual counselling and mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video for more information. So let's dive in there and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. Messages for Taurus. Okay, right, so you were coming in with the Tower, and you were also coming in with the Emperor guy here in your reading. Let me just have a look at that for you. What these two cards are talking about here in your reading, this could very well be your person here, Taurus. Some major changes happening here with your person. This is coming in as decision making. This is coming in as choices here for your person, and not backing down is what I'm getting. At borderline here, it is coming in as kind of cutthroat here, guys, where it's not about others here in your reading, it's all about your person. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, because what it's also talking about here in your reading, it's coming in as decision making here, guys. They've made a decision, your person is following through with that decision, and it's upsetting and it's unsettling here. It's very uncomfortable for both your person and those that are around them when you're coming in with the Tower card here. It is coming in with, see, it's not just partners or intimate partners here in your reading. This is also coming in as friends. This could be work friends here. This is collaboration, teamwork. See what it talks about here in your reading with the Emperor guy coming in. It's I always say it has to be a certain way here, but for the Emperor guy it has to be a certain way. That's what it's talking about here in your reading when it comes to this person, your person here. See, a lot of this decision making here in your reading has to do with your person's mental health and well-being here. No longer wanting to cover up, I suppose. When I talk about cover up things that have impacted greatly on your person's life here, and it can also come in as patterns and habits here, where they've always done something a certain way here, but they don't want to do it that way anymore because it doesn't sit well with your person, is what I'm getting. See, it's also an inward look for your person at themselves here on how they have treated people, because you are coming in with relationships here, how they have treated people, why they treated them a certain way here in your reading, and what was the core cause of that treatment here, that way of thinking, the actions that they took here, and even their heart space here in your reading. It's your person realizing here, well, they definitely have an awareness here in your reading about, it's like what's right and what's not right here. But the only way they can come to that kind of decision conclusion here is through their own actions. That's what I'm getting. And so it's coming in as that's the start point for them. And it is when you realize, or when you go through, or you gain an understanding and a deeper knowledge about yourself and how you treated yourself, and how that the way in which you treated yourself or saw yourself, the truth about yourself, and how you may have projected that onto other people. When you realize that, here collective Taurus, when you realize that, Taurus, you gain a better understanding about yourself and your environment here. But yourself more important. It's more important that you gain the knowledge and understanding here. And these two cards are coming in like that here. It's like saying here, yeah, I used to be negative towards people and I always blamed other people, but it was actually my drug habit. It was actually my drinking. And I never saw my drug habit or my drinking as a problem here, but I know that it's a problem, hence why you come in with the Tower card. And there's more to be said here, guys. Just give me a moment here in your reading. See, it comes in as, I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to be in that stuck mentality here, because it causes a rift, is what I'm getting with the Tower card. With others here, with intimate partners for your person here in your reading. It's coming in as getting to that core issue here. That core issue is coming in as what you hid, what really impacted on your life here. It does come in as suppressing here certain issues in their life and thinking that it wasn't a problem here. See, this Tower card here in your reading, what it's how it's shocking your person in a sense, or waking your person up to here, is just how long they have been behaving a certain way here in your reading. And it does. You do realize it, yeah, that, well, you get to the start point, and the start point here in your reading, where that core issue started, where you started hiding it, what you avoided, how you avoided it in terms of drugs and alcohol here in your reading, that start point can bring in a Tower moment here, guys. Huge changes. The Tower moment can also talk about or show you here, as well as your person, the changes that need to happen. And of course they can be quite overwhelming because it's big here. Okay, it's big here. You want to have the control over your life, and you want to control how you do things here. But when you build relationships and you interact with people here, guys, friends and even family here, collaboration, people that you get with here, people that you work with in terms of teams, what it talks about there in your reading is that it's others that have the control over your time, where your yes means no and your no means yes. A lot of that is happening here in your reading when it comes to your person. But what it also talks about here in your reading is that they know now that, you know, that decision now is the yes is yes and the no is no. There's no more in between. Yes, of course, this would be uncomfortable for your person as well as yourself here, because you've been so used to doing things for others. Where it became a comfort zone here in your reading. All right, let's keep going here, eh? So you have the Moon card, you have the Four of Swords, you are coming in with the Eight of Wands, and you also have the Four of Cups. It is coming in as what was hidden, or what you kept hidden here. What, for your person as well as yourself, let me come in that way, what you suppressed here in your reading. And it is uncomfortable because because with the Tower card coming in, you awake inside of yourself some really raw emotions here. And these emotions are both positive and negative here in your reading when you're coming in with the Moon card. So what I get here in your reading is that your person is reflecting with the Four of Swords here, but they're not running from it. They're not running from this heartbreak here in your reading. Running from it. Well, I do get here in your reading with the Four of Swords, for your person as well as yourself, here Taurus is thinking that it's not a problem. And you do think that way. When you have gone through neglect, abandonment and rejection, all right guys, negative attachments, well, you're well aware of it, and in your own way you try to overcome that here, that obstacle, that barrier. All right, that's what this is saying here in your reading. It's going, no, that's not the problem here. Neglect, abandonment, rejection, a past pain, hurts and fear. No, that's not why I smoke drugs. That's not why I drink alcohol here. Those are only two here addictions. Okay guys, there are others. There's cleaning, there's gambling here, there's smoking cigarettes or fags here in your reading. See, that's what it talks about here. The Four of Swords and the Moon card here in your reading. See, you know what the core issue is here, but in your mind, you've dealt with it. That's what I'm getting here with these two cards. See, it also comes in as, I don't want anyone to know that I went through that I experienced that. That's what it's also talking about here in your reading. So I want to, that's what I'm picking up. And see, with the Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups, for your person, what it talks about there in your reading is that through the drugs and the alcohol here, whatever the patterns and habits are, and even for yourself, take what applies. What I get there is that you were able to overcome that past pain, hurt and fear. But now it's a challenge and an obstacle is what it talks about here. It comes in as the way in which I dealt with it. I didn't deal with it properly. I didn't know how to deal with it. See, this Eight of Wands comes in as wanting to shift it, wanting to get it out of your mind, wanting to get it out of your system here. With the Moon card and the Eight of Wands kind of comes in as the same here. It does talk about here in your reading is that it did leave both you and your person confused about what action to take. Because what it talks about here in your reading, in terms of the Four of Cups, what I get there is that you replaced it. You replaced it here, guys, with drugs and alcohol. Other people, it's even to coming in as finding happiness here, but looking for happiness outside of yourself. And that was able to shift the way in which you felt about yourself, is what I'm getting with the Eight of Wands. See, what it also talks about here in your reading, coming in with the Eight of Wands and the Four of Cups, for your person as well as yourself, it has always been a struggle. It has always been difficult here to talk about it. So, for both you and your person, you simply suppressed it. That's what's bringing in the Tower here in your reading. Like I said, realizing what the core issue was. And I spoke about the Tower, that it went back. Your person found the start point. That's what I'm picking up. So when it comes to you, here in your reading, Taurus, your person struggles here to express the way in which they're feeling here. See, it comes in as, because your person has been able to hide a past pain, hurt and fear, it's also easy for them to hide their true emotions for you. Like I said, they don't want people to know that they suffered here through neglect, abandonment and rejection, but they don't want people to know here also that they have some really deep and intense emotions for you. That is also bringing in the Tower. Okay, so you were coming in with the King of Pentacles. You also have the Eight of Swords, and you were also coming in with the Queen of Cups here in your reading. I did get heartbreak here in your reading. There is heartbreak happening here. See, this is for both you and your person. See, what I get here, Taurus, is that you're not the only one that suffered, is what it talks about. Neglect, abandonment and rejection, potentially here in your reading. It's the both of you is what I'm getting. It's the Tower that's bringing in the Eight of Swords, and I spoke about what your person wanted, and even yourself, what they wanted to keep hidden. They didn't want people to know. That's what it's saying. And what I still get here in your reading with the Four of Cups and the Queen of Cups that comes to Five of Cups here, it still affects the Queen of Cups. Now what I get with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords here in your reading, it's coming in as you don't know what to do. See, this King of Pentacles here, this person knows here that the Queen of Cups has been hurt in the past. They know that. So how do they approach you is what it talks about. See, it's with the Tower card coming in, it's both you and your person, and that realization is what I'm getting. Of a past pain, hurt and fear here, guys. That Eight of Swords is saying, so where to next? What do we do here? See, the Three of Swords, with the Four of Swords and the Eight of Swords, and you're coming in with the Three of Swords here, guys. The Three of Swords, of course it pertains to you and your person, but it actually goes back to the beginning. That's why you've got the fear factor here. It talks about wisdom. Wisdom to take the correct action. Book an image reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader. So you're coming in with the Two of Swords here, which takes it to 5 here in your reading. And what it talks about there in your reading, it's coming in as focus on yourself here. Do what you need to do here. Work on yourself is what it talks about. There's some huge lessons coming in, and I've already spoken about that, coming in with the Hierophant guy here in your reading. Now I do have some letters here that I'm going to pull, and these letters may help you to, we'll see if these are initials of the people that you are actually dealing with at this time, Taurus. And so I'm just going to pull out a couple here. You have a blank one here. You've got 10 here in your reading. Okay, so you have T-E-N here. You've got 6 here in your reading. You've got 10s, you've got 6 here. S-I-N-X here. Gosh. You know what I mean, don't you guys? Oh, there it is, 6. You take that if it applies for you. You got ticks, you got ticks here, and you have a blank one here. All right, guys. All right. So the letters you have here is S-I-N-T-E-X, and you also have a blank one here. teens, seen. That's what I'm getting. Alright. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.